So I just wanted to explain some stuff about why I'm a solicitor and why I haven't applied for employment in Los Angeles County. It's not because I'm lazy. It pertains to the Al Qaeda being of just kind of the California Bar Association, and the Al Qaeda took over California probably during World War II regarding psychiatry and so one of the Al Qaeda members that I called was Chief of Police Terry Medina, and Chief of Police Terry Medina is regarding egotism. The Al Qaeda has a pretty big ego about challenging them. So does the U.S. Army. The U.S. Army is also of the Al Qaeda and also of Arabian main camp war. So in high school we learned that the Jeep automobile company was responsible for manufacturing massive weapons to imply anti-Semitism, and so the U.S. Army personally uses Jeep. The U.S. Army actually purchases Jeep products. So if anybody argues, it's just that the U.S. Army blatantly uses Jeep products after high school teaches that Jeep did a Holocaust. And oftentimes at the U.S. Marine boot camp and bases, people drive in Mercedes-Benz products. It just pertains to the KGB and the Russian Cold War. The KGB really has a totalitarian system, and so in the KGB, a lot of the people that are from Commonwealth pertain to only insurrection for psychiatry, only insurrecting the United States to practice professional kidnapping. So a lot of the people that own mansions and own penthouses and stuff that are out here in Los Angeles County, they get their wealth specifically from forms of genocide, including larceny and conspiracies and stuff like that. So it's really difficult to deal with the Jewish hostages that are here in United States. Every day the United States attacks me by saying that I said to kill a president. And people don't say that stuff. That's stuff that pertains to the president attacking. And in California and in Santa Cruz County believes that the United States president is exempt from liability of the law. And the United States president, is blameless from the law. And so that pertains to people like Ronald Reagan and John F. Kennedy, and Franklin Delano Roosevelt, FDR and JFK and Ronald Reagan. They all faked their death. And Ronald Reagan hangs out at his hospital at UCLA, and Ronald Reagan always attacks me with a Japanese woman. So I can't stop UCLA and I can't stop the state of California from kidnapping or trying to kidnap me regarding Ronald Reagan faking his death. The reason that Ronald Reagan passed Reaganomics and did a war on drugs pertains to organ harvesting. And Ronald Reagan is a professional organ harvester, and UCLA is of professional organ harvesters of Japan and Asia. And so UCLA aggregates professional Asian organ harvesters just to get their doctrines, just to become attorneys and stuff like that, for example, specifically regarding Ronald Reagan faking his death to insurrect the once territories of Mexico. And so California comes from Mexico. That's why there's a state called Baja California in Mexico, because the state Baja California is connected to the state of California from the United States regarding the former president, I think it was the former president Guadalupe Hidalgo, also known as Guadalupe Hidalgo, I think. And so California decided to, do eugenocide, to practice eugenocide. But I think the biggest thing is that California was insurrected by World War II and the Russian Cold War, and by Japan, pertaining to hostaging and immigration type of stuff. So right now I'm a hostage of attorney Kaylee Turner. Attorney Kaylee Turner assaults me every day, And every night when I go to sleep, Kaylee Turner takes my property. Kaylee Turner actually takes my fingernail clippers and my hygiene products, my personal care products, to kidnap me with Michelle King of Patton State Hospital. So every night I have to deal with Patton State Hospital driving from the Inland Empire from Riverside County, and these people from Riverside County, regarding Kaylee Turner and the California Bar Association and the California State Capitol, all of these people show up because they come from insurrecting with World War II and with the Civil War. So that's why there's a state called Boston, Massachusetts, and Kaylee Turner is from Boston, Massachusetts. The word Massachusetts simply means slave trade. And Boston, Massachusetts targets international terrorism. People come from all over the world to bomb on the slave trade and to place explosives where the slave trade goes jogging and stuff like that. And so I think it's really terrible what the world does to combat against the civil war that's still happening regarding power of attorney and regarding psychiatry and the Al-Qaeda. And so the thing is that terms like Time Warner and companies like Time Warner actually mean sleeper cell. It means sleeper cell. So our penny actually says sleeper cell with an emblem. So Time Warner actually meant a sleeper cell economy, and I cannot stop Harbor High School from trying to kidnap me regarding Time Warner coming from World War II and Russian Cold War and World War I and stuff. And so it's just interesting, and it's not that I don't want to get a job, it's just that I really don't want to put people in danger regarding Ronald Reagan and regarding the California Bar Association because of the condemnation that it requires to keep the secrecy of the United States president, faking death and stuff like that. So that secrecy endangers the general public a lot, and so I have to address it on my YouTube profiles. Because when you have a situation where you tell kids in school at Harbor High School, when I went to Harbor High School in Santa Cruz, California, and the reason I have to mention Harbor High School's name is because Santa Cruz County actually builds new schools and deletes or repeals the name of old schools. Like I went to Del Mar Middle School in Santa Cruz County, and Del Mar Middle School was then deleted or changed to Shoreline Middle School. And so now the middle school I went to out there, and so all of these things happen. So I have to mention these records about history pertaining to dictation. Dictatorship only means to record stuff. So what might have been happening is that the United Kingdom came to insurrect Mexico, which was a part of the Holy Roman Empire, and started World War II. So when the United Kingdom came to insurrect Mexico, Germany came, and Germany started doing a Holocaust on United States and Jerusalem, regarding the United States and the United Kingdom and Jerusalem, I guess, just coming to do genocide on Mexico. And so the thing is that I'm not for Nazism and stuff like that, but the truth is that people from the Jordan River, people from Jordan and Israel attract so much terrorism, and people from the Jordan River just, I guess, leave dead bodies everywhere. And so when I was working in Santa Cruz County, I was working around people that actually came from the Jordan River and came from, I guess, the Middle East and stuff like that, including Jerusalem. And all these people actually came to take over a peace treaty regarding Mexico, to conceal a peace treaty. And so the thing is that Mexico is still a part of the Holy Roman Empire. So that means that Mexico has the power to Holocaust its enemies with Europe. And I guess the United Kingdom anticipated that Mexico was not protected by other parts of Europe, so the United Kingdom decided to, I guess, contract Japan and contract Russia and stuff, and to try to exterminate as many undesired specimens within the United States and the United Kingdom. And so I think that's what happened with World War II, is that literally the United Kingdom came to exterminate people protected by the Pope and the Vatican. And so Germany and Europe has not left California. Germany and Europe didn't leave California after the United Kingdom and after Arabia and the United Kingdom, under the Anglo-Saudi alliance. The Anglo-Saudi alliance decided to not end war against their enemies. So the U.S. Army will not surrender to any enemy. And so regarding the U.S. Army having an ego, or having egotism, I I guess that Germany and Europe just decided to stay because they just couldn't figure out why the United Kingdom was out here killing Mexicans when Mexicans actually came from Europe and stuff like that. So I think that's where World War II actually came from, was when the United Kingdom and the Middle East and Anglo-Saudis from the Middle East joined together to take over Mexico. And I guess that the battle went on throughout the the Civil War itself. But then it actually it led into World War I and World War II, which was the contracting of different countries and the alliances of different countries to finish the insurrection of Mexico to create the United States. And so I can't stop Time Warner from assaulting me every day. Every day, Kathy Warner of Harbor High School, of the theater class, assaults me regarding using hypnotism on students. And Kathy Warner assaults me so badly that the United States Marshal Service and the Hermosa Beach Police want to kidnap me. They want to kidnap me regarding having a psychotronic generator from Russia, from the KGB. And so the United States formed allies with Russia, and the United States formed allies with the KGB. And and then finally, I guess the Vatican and Italy and Germany and stuff, I guess they just all surrendered to all being desirable specimens. So now I live in a situation where the KGB and World War I and World War II are just kind of filtering through undesired specimens that don't have good enough logic. And so, you know, just to tell you guys, because, you know, to say kill the president in the United States, to say to kill the United States president is something that is very exotic. Pertaining to the United States president and being a self-inflicting entity. The United States president is a self-inflicting entity, and United States history classes do self-inflict. United States history classes within the United States actually self-inflict by an assault with intent to kill only, by introducing a hostage command. So here in the United States, when you attend U.S. history class during free education, you learn about a hostage command. And the hostage command is that if you say to kill the United States president, that the United States will kill you with the death penalty. And that's what high school teaches you. That's what Harbor High taught me, is that if I say to kill the United States president, that I will suffer from a death penalty, that I will be disciplined or remedied with a death penalty, which is not according to the law, but it is likely according to the Anglo-Saudi alliance regarding the Al-Qaeda and the California Bar Association. So regarding the Anglo-Saudi alliance regarding Israel and the Jordanian, the country of Jordan and the country of Israel, that's the rule of the country of Jordan and Israel, and that's the rule of the United Kingdom and Anglo-Saudi United Kingdom, is that, you know, it's a hostage command. So basically they say, you know, kids, we come from slave trade, and then there was a civil war, but then we really didn't win the Civil War because there was still segregation. But if you say to kill the United States president, we will kill you, kids. We'll kill you if you say to kill the United States president. And so that pertains to hostaging. That's called hostaging. So in other words, it's just like saying, give me all your money or I'm going to kill you, or something like that. It pertains to hostaging. So here in the United States, I am a hostage. I am a hostage. And Mexico just kind of has to go with everything, you know. Mexico, I guess they're just cannibals and vampires in Mexico, specifically pertaining to Mexico just kind of implying the same sort of genocide regarding cartels and narcotics and stuff like that. But also the state of Arizona attacks me every single day. Every single day the state of Arizona is always attacking me regarding the FBI and regarding the Watsonville Police Department. And so the Watsonville Police Department gets away with murder. It comes from the Al-Qaeda. The Watsonville Police come from the Al-Qaeda, and they come from psychiatry, and so I can't stop the Al-Qaeda from attacking me, including the mother of my son, including Kathy Warner, including Ron Indra and Harbor High School. I cannot stop the Al-Qaeda from attacking me regarding their access to Echelon. Echelon is their national security. It's a worldwide national security system. It's not just for the United States anymore. Echelon is for all of the world to protect itself, including Arabia and Arabia's sub-countries. And so just a heads up, because the United States president has a pretty big ego about faking death, and UCLA is hiding a president that faked his death. And the state of California is very exclusive about hiding presidents after faking their death by making a hostage command regarding the United States president. So that's why the the high schools in the United States make a hostaging command is because they do fake their death with the news media pertaining to cannibalism and organ harvesting. So the United States does likely come from cannibalism and organ harvesting exclusively regarding the United States Pentagon. And the United States Pentagon is a system of underground, like cities, underground trains, and networks. And the United States Pentagon is likely a part of Mongolia, and Mongolians dig way underground, like thousands of feet underground, and Mongolians build underground cities. So it's more than likely that the United States Pentagon is a part of Mongolia, and that Mongolia and Asia decided they only want larger people or hardworking people without disabilities. And same thing with the police. The police in the California Bar Association, they made a decision that they don't really want any marijuana users. They don't really want any disabled people or undesired specimens. And so that's why my life is the way it is, and it's not my fault. I'm sorry for soliciting and panhandling, and I worked really hard, and I'm just trying to figure out when it's going to be safe for me to get a job, because my birth certificate is currently being blocked. The police of Watsonville in the Los Angeles County, the police in Los Angeles County, they take my birth certificate while I'm sleeping regarding Facebook and Watsonville police with the Buckingham Palace trying to steal my identity. So literally, when Facebook came out, the state of Texas started trying to steal my identity, and the Buckingham Palace decided that I didn't deserve my name. So I can't get my birth certificate to get a job and to get onto low-income housing regarding the Buckingham Palace doing terrorism on me with the Pisano family. And so the Pisano family and including Canyon County Civil Court and Barack Obama, every day Barack Obama assaults me with Canyon County Civil Court. And I can't seem to stop Barack Obama from assaulting me, and I don't think it's his fault. I don't think it's his fault. It's just that he might be doing something pertaining to hostaging, and we're just all products of our environment. So I apologize, Barry Obama, if you think that I want to hurt you or anything. You know, I'm just a tiny person, sir, and picking on me with the most advanced espionage in the world and the most advanced extortion matrix in the world, you know, is a very extreme thing to do to me. So I'm sorry if I sound extreme to you, Barack Obama, and it's not on purpose, sir. And same thing with the United States presidency. It's just that slavery of Africans is so extreme and segregation is so extreme that I apologize, United States presidency and Secret Service, but you told me some stuff that was very extreme, and then you made a hostaging command in my U.S. history class, and it's just not acceptable to the law in the United States. It's not acceptable to the law in the United States regarding Washington, D.C. Police Department. So God bless, and thank you very much for hearing me out.